Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, hump day. Woo woo! March 9th. Let's take a look here. This is our futures, and you can see that we are bumping up very nicely. Still inside yesterday's candle. We are still in a downtrend. You can see that here. One day does not a trend make. You'll hear me say that over and over because it is true. One day pumping up here. We haven't even opened the market this morning. We will see how today ends, and then if we get a follow-on. So usually 3 days start a trend, but you can see here this turned out to be a bear flag. Will this be a bear flag? Not saying that at all. What I am saying is don't get all excited because we are up here more than 530 points in the Dow futures. We talked about the fact yesterday that we would see a rally yesterday or today, and yesterday we sold off, ended up on the lows on nice high volume there, setting up a reversal for today, and that's what we're seeing. Until I see a trend, this is still, to me, just a bounce, even though it's a very big bounce. So probably a racquetball instead of just a plain old tennis ball. Okay, so also we see Bitcoin making a very nice move up here. We have a squeeze of the 20 and the 50, and we're pushing up above that again. Now we have 2 days. Watch and see if we continue that move to the upside in Bitcoin. And you can look at names like Mara or BTBT, BITO, Mara, Riot, that's another one. There's a lot, HUT, HUT. There's a lot of names in the Bitcoin space that I would consider day trading today. You can see we came right up here, really close to a resistance level. We'll see if we pass through that, and then we have this point of control here to contend with. In NASDAQ, same thing, nice bullish open candle so far on the futures this morning. Inside yesterday's price action, we really need to close up outside yesterday's price action, or at least on the high end of today, and set up that inside candle for tomorrow. But again, I will be leaning on day trades here until we see a trend. I did take a gold hedge, and gold is down. I'm going to hold on to that hedge here until, again, we see a change in trend. Energy taking a nice little break as well. We can look at the sweet crude. This might just be setting up a nice little wedge. We had an inside candle yesterday. This is today's. Right, oil was looking ready and a little bit tired here for a pullback, but does that mean it's going to stay down here and continue down? Nope, don't know that. We're going to watch these inside candles, see how they form. Again, this could just be setting up potentially a bull flag, or just we might be setting up a pennant. We'll have to watch and see. I will continue to watch energy plays, though, as we continue to struggle with where oil is going to come from. Where are we going to do a deal? Oh, my goodness. I would definitely step aside if they decide to go ahead and open up all the spigots here in the United States. That would give our own country at least some reprieve, and then be able to provide some reprieve to other countries. Anyway, that's my hope, but hope's not a plan. Hope's never actually a plan. Okay, but let's hop into some names that do look good for today. We saw solars taking off pretty nicely yesterday. I got in run, got stopped out, and then look at it. Yeah, run. It better be running really fast away from me because it made me really mad. But that happens. SunPower, another one, beautiful move, way up above the 50 there, ENPH. A good name, closing here just over that 200. So keep an eye on these. JKS. This one, really nice. I love this move. This was actually a really nice little bull flag setting up and played out beautifully here. So keep an eye on all of these. Probably, unless they close on their highs, I would probably still stick to day trades on these as well. Travel names, get out names, travel and leisure. I do have one of these on the list, but I just wanted to point out Airbnb here. Look at this. So this set up a beautiful reversal, and anything today over 145 looks really good. We have, and a lot of these names, they've been beat up and pushed down. We're seeing that in names across a lot of the sectors, right? So watch those reversals, watch those continuations here as we move along through the day. If they don't hold, get back out. You can always get back in. And but these travel names have done well. So you have Airbnb, EXPE, is another nice one. Marriott, Booking. So you kind of take your shot. Even the airlines, UAL, DAL. I would watch if there's any sort of news about fuel surcharges specifically in the airspace, because that could definitely push those names down depending on how it's received by the street. Okay, but let's hop into the few that I am looking at for, well, wait a minute. Apple investor event yesterday, up very nicely at 162, just shy of at 160.92, just shy of 161 there. We saw some nice moves in the semiconductor space, so AMD, NVIDIA, AMAT, even QCOM, although lagging here in QCOM's a good one to look at. So take a look at these. AMD is really pretty easy to trade. Just it is incredibly liquid and still not crazy expensive like NVIDIA. So, okay. Now let's hop into the ones I set up on the list. Well, EVs caught a nice little bid yesterday, and where are you going to plug in your EV? Well, there's several names that you can look at. You can look at Plug, CHPT, Blink, right? There's lots of them in here, but I chose Plug. I like the way Plug is set up here. It's used as 50 really nicely. You can see the breakout level. We closed just inside of that yesterday. Nice little breakout level coming up ahead. We are below the 200. Nice target though on up there. I chose Plug. I also am looking into just April here, or pushing all these up to April. The 14th Plug. Either the 25 or the 30. They both have a lot of plenty of open interest, so I'll just see which one is more active today. My entry is going to be 2610 or an opening range break. If a chart opens up above your intended entry, or the entry you planned, remember we have to plan, use an opening range break, whether it's 5, 15, 30, whichever makes you comfortable, and then stick to it. If you do enter at that 2610 mark, I like the 2530 as a stop, targeting 2811 and then 29, which will take us right up to that 200. Okay, so that is Plug. Remember, there's other names that you can certainly look at in that space. I just chose Plug. All right, well, once we charge up our car, we might as well go to a concert, and we'll go to Live Nation for that concert. Pushed nicely up off of the 200 here. Pretty big price action yesterday. I like the 110 calls above 109. I'm going to stop it at 106.10. Again, Travel and Leisure showing strength. My first target's going to be 111.90 and then 114.65. So again, another one of these charts that's under pressure because it has a lot of moving averages ahead, but we're playing up to those moving averages. If at any point it starts to fail at one of those or hesitate at a moving average, it's a good time to step out, wait for it to get above, and then you can always pop back in. Well, taking a drastic turn away from that, now that we have a vehicle to get somewhere, we have somewhere to go, and if you play one of the travel names, you have somewhere to stay. Well, this is kind of a more boring trade. Alcoa, like the look here in Alcoa. Nice bull flag setup, pushing away from the 20. Super long leg doji with an open candle yesterday. Like the look of this setup here. The AA85s, the entry would be 85.60. My stop 82.37. Again, bull flag setup targeting 86.14, 91.40, and then 92.32 for that breakout. So other names in this space, you can look at New NUEs, another one that we've played quite a bit. All right, so yesterday we talked briefly about J&J, and I'm bringing this one up again. It did have this big pullback inside candle at the 50, but keep an eye on this. This is a really big move up. We'll see if this is now the reversal point. Looking for a reversal in J&J. And Caterpillar, hold on, put that in the wrong space. Caterpillar really took a nice move yesterday. Up above the 200, we'll look for So just some continuation. Only on a day trade is this because it looks like it does need to maybe rest and regroup a little bit here now that it's made its way above the 200. But look at that super high volume pushing it up. Bit of a longer topping wick here, which I'm not a huge fan of. But if we come in today up over yesterday's close and then play it, see if we can break yesterday's high. But then I'd probably be out and not hold it overnight. Okay, that is it for me here this morning. I hope you have an awesome day. Remember, one day in the market does not a trend make. Play the price action that you are seeing in front of you, not what you think should be happening. Don't look and say, well, you know, we did great today, so we must do well tomorrow. Well, let's look and see how we look at the end of the day. We have a lot of day in front of us, considering the market hasn't even opened. And we have to remember that we are playing against news, constant news coming out of Ukraine. In your quiet moment today, please do say a prayer for all of those in Ukraine, all of those going over to fight, and, you know, the people of Russia who are caught in this just a terrible spot. There's many of them that don't agree with what is happening by their government, and they are not caught in a great spot either. So, you know, we are incredibly fortunate if you're here in the States or in Canada. You know, first world problems here. Yesterday, Discord went out, and, you know, and some of us were frustrated. And all I could think, that's a first world problem, right? With other things going on, keep perspective, and be ever thankful and mindful of all of your blessings. All right, have a great day. I will see you soon. Heather C. at GivingTreeTrading.com if you have any questions.